Hey Philip, how you doing? How's your day going? Kind of cloudy and rainy today. Good. Hey Pug, how you doing? Supposed to get rain today and then supposed to rain tomorrow. And it's going to get nice. That big storm coming across the country. Casey's riding shotgun in the sky. There's a guy I know that owns a restaurant that's getting a kidney transplant the 23rd. And you know how I order those books, those used books. I bought him 3 books on kidney transplants, how you can expect to recover, blah blah blah. Oh, ice storm, that'd be fun. Yeah, it's one thing that's not an issue here. I mean, they do get it once in a while. I was looking. I've driven that trip a million times from Michigan to Florida. It's about 1,600 miles, and I've done it in the winter and the spring, and going through the Appalachian Mountains. It's up when you get up south of Lexington, up through Chattanooga. I think it's about 160 miles. You can really get nailed there, and a lot of it isn't forecast. And I was kind of looking, because of the conditions in the mountains all the time, and I was looking there the other day on the internet, and I saw back in January of last year, going through Lexington, they had this big, huge pile up. And down here they get nailed with snow occasionally, but not too much. Usually it's gone by noon. But I think look at Philip's videos sometimes of the snow they get out there where he's at. I'd love that. I mean, this is true. The climate's changed. I mean, whether it's permanent, who knows? There's been climatological changes in the past anyway, more extreme than what we're experiencing now. So I do think carbon emissions have something to do with it. But who knows? I hope it snaps back. Oh, Blue Ridge Parkway. Oh, okay. I had a guy I went to high school with, son committed suicide around there. Another day, another dollar. Yeah, but that's one thing. I mean, in a way, if I can like hunker down, this van sucks on snow, even though the tires are new. And if I thought again for a week, where is 44, damp and misty. Just talking to Hey Pug, I wish I did have a nice storm to look forward to. I've been places where it really gotten nailed before. Like I said, the second and third worst snowstorms in Chicago is fantastic. I've been in them in South Dakota, Copper Harbor, Michigan. One time, Wall Drug parking lot, Rapid City, Deadwood. I was lucky to catch the tail end of some places that were really nice. When I first started going to Deadwood, it wasn't until like maybe 2019 or 2000, what was that? 2009. And I just stumbled upon it with a buddy of mine. We ended up staying there a month because they have gambling. And, here it is, all these years passed. And it sucks now. I was there a couple years ago. It's all commercial, like chain hotels. Reminds me of Gatlinburg, another place I avoid. I mean, this is good in a lot of ways, but I miss a nice winter, good snowstorm when they keep looking at it on the radar and wait to look out the window. What I do have down here that I didn't have up there though is good rainstorms. So I wouldn't say it's an equal trade, but it's not like I got skunked on everything. Yeah, oh, it's like that for you too, Philip. Yeah. Yep, same here. Well, that just happened to Buffalo. They got like 4 and 5 feet, and then it got warm. And up near where Mary lives, they got nailed with some pretty good snow. And then it got warm. I mean, it's not, there's all sorts of things that a lack of snow cover affects in nature. I know grouse and birds that burrow in snow. As you know, snow's a pretty good insulating cover. And they depend on it to keep warm. And when there's no snow, you can't do that. It's just it affects a lot of things. And all you got to do is go on Google Earth and look at the poles, the North Pole and the South Pole, and look at the difference. I spent a lot of time in Alaska, and I don't follow their temperatures like I used to. I went to a lot of those places when the airline wars started after 9/11. Man, you wouldn't believe how cheap I went to Alaska a few times. And now it's like crazy. But I'll tell you a couple interesting places in Alaska if that ever interests you. I tell people take the cruise. I've taken the cruise too, and I did that because that's the only way you're going to see that western side of Alaska. It's not like there's a road that runs along the side of it. But an Alaskan cruise is a lot of fun. It's not a party crowd. You stop at the different places, and it's pretty interesting. It's beautiful. I mean, but if you want to see if you want to see a lot of high crime, drugs, and go to Anchorage. Anchorage isn't that much different than Detroit. I'm not kidding you. Look at their crime statistics. Look it up. But if you want to see, and honestly, I don't think interior Alaska is that pretty. I mean, Mount McKinley's okay, but normally it's cloudy, and Fairbanks is so-so. If you're not around the water in Alaska, it's not that great. It looks like anywhere else. But the places I found interesting were Barrow, which is as far north as you can go in the United States. You got to watch when you're going up there. You can get socked in there 2-3 weeks at a time because of fog. It's expensive too. And then I spent a lot of time down around the Aleutian Islands, Dutch Harbor. Deadliest Catch, all those guys going in and out of there back before that show came on. Yeah, I went whale watching before. The best place that I know of to do that, I mean, there are a lot of places, but is in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if it's better that we're getting warmer, or if it's better if we got colder. Hey Tim, how you doing? Yeah, I'll be cutting through around Louisville, maybe. I may just stay east the whole time, go up through Lexington. I just try to find new places. I'm thinking about breaking my ass getting up there and then taking my time coming back. Oh, 2 minutes at a time? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. It's definitely mild temperature. Like yesterday, I went out and got a bunch of rocks. The day before, I got some. If you're a rock collector, this is paradise for you. I got everything around here. Yeah, I did. Yep. Actually, if I stay halfway, I'm going to stay in that same place in Lexington. I mean, if something's presents itself and it's not a big deal, I'll do an interview with my phone, but I don't really like to. It's just not the same. Oh, from your TV. Oh, the sun is nuclear fusion. Yeah, Lexington was fun. It's a beautiful city. I could live in Lexington. I like Louisville too. They got this big bridge you can walk over. It's really nice. The downtown's really pretty. They have a huge homeless problem. Oh yeah, there's my girl. That's my Daisy with me. Hey, salty girl, how you doing? Did you catch any fish? You ever catch one of those tarpon? Oh, that's cool. Well, that's how they power nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers. I don't know how that helps warming though. It's hotter, it's not colder. They're all over Key West. Pretty fish. They make a lot of jewelry out of their scales, or at least they used to. Oh, good for you. What'd you get to keep? That's cool. Somebody was asking on that chat last night about what was my high school song when I graduated. I hadn't thought of that in a long time. We may never pass this way again. Seals and Craw. Oh, good for you. Yeah, fossil fuels, they're not eliminating fossil fuels. That's a pipe dream. I mean, it's a good idea if you could. In a perfect world, everybody'd brush their teeth 4 times a day. Fossil fuels are here to stay. This electric stuff's been stalled for 30 years. I mean, I wish it was true. It'd be great if it worked, but it's like blood out of a turnip type thing. You're not going to have electric airplanes worth of shit, or diesel. They got these electric trucks now. That are trying to take the place of diesels, and they only go like 140 miles. And, I mean, it's a good idea. It'd be nice if it worked, but it's just fantasy land. I mean, they are chipping away at fossil fuels. They've shut down quite a few plants and coal burning plants, like in Michigan. But it's still a pipe dream. These places in Michigan that I know of where you charge up your hybrid well, you wouldn't charge up a hybrid, but a totally electric car, those are all powered by fossil fuels. I mean, who's bullshitting who? I don't think we've seen a tip of the iceberg on how they're going to get us. Look at Philip can tell you about it. I mean, we're getting a deal on fuel over here compared to Europe. The good news for him is he doesn't have the same long distances. Yeah, I wondered about that too. Yeah, I wondered about it too. I always wonder about these people. Yeah, she was actually pretty cool. Yeah, those sold. That's another. I mean, I don't blame her for trying, but that's a political agenda, and it's done. Jimmy Carter got in on that, on alternative fuels, solar panels. They don't work worth a shit. I mean, it's better than nothing, but when you look at the carbon footprint it costs to manufacture them, I mean, you could have one as big as a football field, and you couldn't power a vibrator. I mean, who's shitting who? Yeah, good job, Caroline. I mean, I mean, I'd like it too if they could like make it work. But I mean, they're not bad. But hey, in case it never dawned on anybody, you need to transport things around, and a consequence of that is using fuel that isn't exactly good for the environment. But the wind turbines are the biggest scam of them all. Hey, Waiting, how you doing? We had a fun chat last night. That was a good time. Yeah, they kill birds by the droves too. Talk to a maintenance man on a that works on a wind turbine. They just pick them up by the garbage bags full in the spring. Bats too. It was. I mean, it's you can't have it both ways. I mean, I do try and turn off lights, and I've cut down. I only drive 36 miles one way for a $7.50 coffee. I've improved. Yeah, the chats are fun. I mean, I wasn't exactly in the greatest frame of mind, but a bigger issue set up right. You know, I don't have anywhere to point the camera good. I got a crappy internet connection. There's somebody around. Hey, Mary. Oh, Mary's at work today. I think your temperatures are going to dip a little. Hopefully a week from now I'm going to be eating a piece of vegetarian pizza with Mary. We're going to slip and slide. It doesn't. This is Lake Oconee. This goes up to a national park, believe it or not. But it's not the beautiful, pristine water like where Mary lives. Crystal clear blue, crystal blue Persuasion. I mean, that's blue Persuasion. I mean, that's gorgeous up there. This is that kind of water where I grew up near Detroit. Kind of mucky looking. You can't see a foot underneath it. I mean, it's still good, but it's dirty water, dirty looking water. It's like Hilton Head, like murky. Yeah, mine works all the time. I'm wondering, Philip, I'll tell you this. Do some practice settings with that. Go through the settings. It matters a lot. And do some practice phone calls. Because that's a bad batting average. Go through the settings on that and do some practice calls. I mean, I had that happen when I first got it. But if you go through like that VoIP and stuff like that, It should work 99% of the time. Oh, Lake Superior's got a huge storm. That'd be great, man. That'd be so fun. Now there's a place that you'd expect a clip of a video on national news. I mean, if you get up around that south rim of Lake Superior, this time of year is perfect. You get the prevailing westerlies. I mean, it sounds like freight trains. I've been up there before and I've been afraid to look over the seawall. I'm afraid the wave would come over and get me. That's no joke up there. You'd think you were in the North Sea. You want to look, if you like wintry conditions, crazy waves, like just freakish Mother Nature, look up ships that are crossing the North Sea in the winter on YouTube. They have some killer videos. That's what Lake Superior looks like. I mean, not that bad, but kinda. All right, Caroline. Snapper, red snapper. They need to name that fish something else. Oh, do you? Yeah, I'd be interested in that. Yeah, here's the deal. I got this pickup. It's getting a Teflon coating, and then I'll tell you, man, I'm in a real jam on a damn vehicle. I am gonna bring the Astrovan down here. I shouldn't. I should just scrap it, but I like messing around with it. It needs a new engine, which makes even less sense. But here's the problem. So I got these pickups I can use whenever I want. I hate this vehicle, but it's good enough for what I do. It sucks in the snow. So if you told me, I mean, I thought about getting another vehicle, but I'm not into cars at all, man. I actually hate vehicles now. I used to like them. I used to be so anal about my vehicles, waxing them, having a fit if I got a scratch. I'm the opposite now. And the reason for that is because I just don't like anything now. It's all plastic bumpers, plastic rims, hubcaps, all this lightweight stuff. It's all junk. Turns off you're at a stoplight. And the only thing that I may have to bite a bullet for and buy is one of those Subarus. And I don't even want that. They're too small, so I'm just so unenthused about vehicles, but I'd be interested in that, Dave. Snapper. They gotta quit the... Yeah, they're just, not only that, they're crazy expensive. Marty just ordered another pickup truck. It was like $172,000. It's bullshit, man. And they rip you off $3,000 a year to insure them, because the dollar amount's so high. And they're junk. Yeah, I had a lot of good memories. I still look for Astrovans here and there. Now that's a gas guzzler, but when you're spending $5,000 instead of $75,000, you got a lot of money left for gas. So nobody, I don't want to, I'll never finance a car again. No way. And it just kills me to pay cash for even like a Subaru. It's like, this is bullshit, man. I should be on a beach with Vestal Virgins in the Caribbean for 60 days for this $35,000 check, drinking fine wine. Now that's worth it. But a fucking Subaru, just to get to A to B? And I don't care what kind of job you got. To end up with $35,000 cash, you got to work like a slave. It takes forever to save $35,000 cash. And then you're going to plop it all down for this piece of junk? Yeah, constant beeping. Yeah, I go through that every day with Daisy when she gets on the seat. Oh, really, Dave? I didn't know that. No kidding, huh? What can I get like with some room in it, like Astro Vanish? Yeah, Daisy. I mean, the old bell didn't click on my mind getting older. Like getting older, I should like be worrying about bad roads and falling and all that shit. So in that sense, this is kind of nice, but I don't. I still like think like a young person about blizzards and stuff. I'll put a spike on the end of my cane, like one nail, to keep it from skidding. Getting old sucks. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I still haven't felt good in a long time. You never know what's going on with me. Honestly, I don't think it's depression. I mean, I know it's manifests itself that way. It's because I don't feel good. My mom was like this. She just dropped dead at 62. That doctor said, okay, they really bashed Volkswagen over here, and they caught them lying about mileage and so they kill you to work. Yeah, I like diesels. I just don't really understand a diesel when you don't require a lot of torque. Fucking diesel over here is $5 a gallon still. Something like